If we organize ourselves around ideas, we are more than them. For every one of the beneficiaries of Nigeria that has crossed into the APC, there are at least 10 million Nigerians. So how many of us have actually sought to unite our people behind ideas to confront this system? We bellyache every day. We complain every day. But what have we done to confront the system with ideas? It's not about confrontation with violence. How about confrontation with ideas? Why is it impossible for us to do that? So I am at that point now where I'm more focused on looking to organize the people politically. This is not activism. Politically organize the people behind clear ideas. And this is not about 2027. Let's be clear about that. We may not be able to do anything about 2027. It may very well be about 2025. It may very well be about 2026. It is about confronting this evil idea that has built an evil system with an idea that stands in contradistinction, and then allow the people to decide behind what they kill. So let the politicians go ahead and be queuing behind the APC. But let those of us who believe that there are better things to do, let us build platforms that confront that evil idea. The APC is about an idea, a very evil one, that suggests that stealing should be normalized and nothing should be sacrosanct. Those of us who believe that that should not be the case, it is not enough that we complain. It is critical, very, very critical, that we organize ourselves around ideas that we do believe should apply in building a system, and then confront based on those ideas.
So I hear
what has to happen.
I hear strategy as you talking, right? I hear strategy, and I've always said that the approach to, because you must match certain kinds of challenges, strategy for strategy. Because if you look at it, right, what has happened over the years in Nigeria has been very strategic. A lot of people have positioned themselves, so I hear you, and I hear you say strategy for, matching strategy to be able to, counter whatever it is that is happening. There is still that factor that played out, because, human beings are quite interesting. These days, before, when I see people shouting and fighting for Nigeria, I'll say, yes, the person has the heart of Nigeria. But now, over the years, I've come to learn, it's not everybody that comes out to say, oh, they are an advocate, they are an activist, they are whatever, because everybody still has that internal intent, would I call it, right? There is still something inside of the person, that would truly, and usually it shows up, it shows up at a particular time, maybe when whatever it is that they have been planted to do then materializes. Then you now start to see their true colors, they call it, right? We still have that factor play out very strongly in Nigeria. So what gives that we still have those quality people, or the people that truly have the heart for Nigeria to want to take the country forward? Somebody sees me doing this, they go say, oh, don't worry, shut up. She dey fire appointment. As soon as they give her something, she go mellow. That is the genuine. And as I said today, I just want to be honest. It is the reality. So even all these people shouting, a lot of times we've heard so many stories about how people were compromised at the EndSARS, mobilization and all of that. So the politicians just know how to plant those people, right? So if that factor still remains strongly, what gives that this strategy, of mobilizing people, when you truly don't know the true intention? I'm not a witch to tell what is inside the mind of the person. So you don't know the true intention of that person. How do we know that we are actually even really being backed by people that have like minds and truly want to see this country progress?
You see, Ua, you remember that somebody called me activist, and took umbrage.
Yeah.
So don't call me activist. I'm not an activist. Don't call me a comrade either. Is because these words have been discredited. Discredited, unfortunately, by our sickening reality. People have discountenanced principle because of pecuniary interest. Truth has been subjectivized. What was stealing when done by A, we are blinded to it because it's been done by our persons. This has become the defining characteristic of our society. We have normative collapse now where we don't even seem to know what is right and what is wrong. But it is the propensity of the Nigerian to keep searching for vote runs that have left them as victims in the hands of charlatans who have claimed to speak on their behalf. No Nigerian has more right in Nigeria than the next Nigerian. If we don't continually wait for others to speak on our behalf, if we will speak our own truth, we will not find ourselves in situations where we are being traded by those who purport to speak on our behalf. And when they purport to speak on our behalf, more often than not, they speak to divisions. So you hear them speaking on behalf of the Yorubas. You hear them speaking on behalf of the Igbos. You hear them speaking on behalf of the Fulanis, on behalf of the Christians, on behalf of the Muslims. So they speak to our multiple divisions without looking for the common interest. Because if you are merely speaking and you don't have a chorus, then of what use are your speakings except to feather your own nest? So you should not be surprised when you see them jumping from APC to PDP, PDP to APC. It's found on pecuniary interest. Some of them can't exist outside of government. They will be broke within a year of leaving government. So, but you must understand that I don't blame them. I blame them. We are more than them. It is incumbent on us, even those of us who presume arrogantly to think that we know better than the other victims. We cannot know enough on our own and then be isolated in our own silos, be speaking Dogon Turenchi and postulating all kinds of hypotheses. We have to reach out to the people. We have to show them the truth of their circumstances. It is only then that all this matters. But when you are just speaking so that they will notice you, so that they can call you, so that you may be settled,